Hello, everyone, friends. Thank you for joining us this afternoon in this event. Thanks for my colleagues for giving me the opportunity to open the session with this keynote. Now, I wanted to start by talking about something that for us is very important, and that's for you to understand how difficult it is to innovate. When you create something, it's so difficult to explain and to make people understand what it is that you're doing. And Steve Jobs said that the only way to join points, to connect points, was by looking backward. There's no way you can do it by looking forward. So I wanted to look at the history of this company, of innovation in this company, and kick off this event by starting from the very beginning of this company when it was born, 1924, almost 100 years ago. A private company was set up. Telefónica was registered to take communications to people and to companies through the use of the phone. But we have to wait till 1990 when we launched Tesis, the first PSPDN network in the world to start using data. Back then, Telefónica used its network to enable companies to transfer information in packets, data packets. Then everything sped up. In 1994, we launched mobile services. And then 1995, Infovia, a milestone for this company, when it still wasn't too clear that telecom companies would be the internet service providers. Telefónica decided to innovate and commit to that by creating Infovia, not just in an innovating way from a technological point of view, but also through a sales strategy that was quite disruptive back then. Anyone could then make a phone call, and connect to the internet by dialing 055, and you could connect to internet by just costing the same as a local telephone call. And that, for me, as a student, opened a world of opportunities. I could access internet at the cost of a local phone call. So the first thing I did when I landed in Telefónica was to look for the people that launched Infovia and told them my experience, what that meant to me, people like myself and all my friends in our future, because we could access all the content available on the internet. In 1999, broadband was introduced based on ADSL. That was a new revolution. Back then, I was 24, and I had just started my company with my friend. We started Informatica 64, and broadband enabled us to be connected to internet, develop internet services, and be able to evolve our business, develop it. Without that, our company would have never been able to do what it did and grow. Then Telefónica continues to evolve. In 2003, it launched Imagenio, the video platform, which led to it today is the core of our business proposition and services to households, which is Movistar Plus, paid TV, that we're also taking to Brazil, Germany, and other countries in Latin America. So my life here at Telefónica is very similar. I set up my company, as I said, in 1999, Informatica 64. I was another entrepreneur. I was 24. I wanted to just be an entrepreneur. And in 2012, I joined one of the most transforming projects at Telefónica, Wayra, which Telefónica just launched in 2011. They launched a project to bring in innovation, to enable it to grow and take things further. Because internally, innovation was working well, but the world outside Telefónica has sped up. So they created Wayra to connect all startups. And that's where I landed in February 2012 to launch a program called Talentum, which is still enforced in the company. And the idea was to attract all those young university students, people with bright ideas and innovative, to bring them in the company, but also in startups that are working with us. So I worked there for about a year and a half. Then I was taken into one of the business innovation projects that I was very fortunate to participate in, and that's called 11 Paths. As in 2013, we wanted to develop a new business in cybersecurity, IT security, by joining together three key components, which makes innovation successful, by bringing in external innovation, like the case of my small startup, Informatica 64, the core innovation platforms that we had. We had different platforms like Mobile Connect, Sandas, which became part of the offering, and then the full commercial sales force of Telefónica. It made 11 paths by blinking all three points, became the company that it is today, with a billing of 500 billion across the world. So Telefónica decided to change things in 2019 and decided to launch what we call, what was the core for us, which is data-driven company, which is the fourth platform. Back then, Telefónica created the chief data officer business unit, which I led for 4 years. And what we did there was to ensure that magic to continue, that internal innovation, new ideas, transforming ideas, linked up with startups, started to get the most of the resources and power of Telefónica. And last year, in 2019, just a year ago, Telefónica decided to take innovation one step further by transforming all the platforms through which our customers interact, by creating the digital consumer business unit, where it's not only the product business units as well, also innovation, okay, to make sure that all that magic of linking up those three components works smoothly. Now this, we've seen it in the course of our history many times. We have we have success stories and also some failures, of course. When you're innovating, that's what happens. There's success stories and failures. But the reason why something becomes successful is because you've gone through it many times. I talked about 11 Path, where we joined Informática 64 with platform, with Mobile Connect or Standards, with the full power of Telefónica behind it in commercial side. But in IoT, we did the same thing. In 2010, Telefónica committed to that. It wasn't even called IoT then. It was called machine to machine. And the innovation teams created a platform, the Kai platform, which today is a core of the services that we're marketing at Telefónica Tech. The same thing happened when we created Luca in 2016. As I said, Telefónica decided to be a data-driven company by developing a data-centric platform and putting all the decision-making data in that platform, and created a company called Luca, which its aim is to help customers go through this transformation process. We're very lucky because the internal innovation team had already back then developed two platforms, Smart Steps and Smart Digits, which are still key components of our own decision-making strategy and the services that we provide to our customers. But if we look now at the end users, households, not only did we have the Imagenia platform in 2013, which allowed us to develop this pay TV platform, but also we decided to radically change the way we addressed households. So it wasn't only an ADSL with access to internet, as I said in my previous story. That was in 1999. We became a company that provided our customers with intelligent connectivity within the household, within their homes. We became the first company that provided wireless Wi-Fi connectivity for households. That was done thanks to the internal teams that we have, but also investing in a startup called Q Antenna. And we've been working in the development of chips to be able to develop the most powerful smart Wi-Fi network that we have in Spain and in Latin America. We have up to 8 million households connected through our Wi-Fi platforms, and has enabled us to take things one step further, to transform that platform to see internet contents and create a platform of digital services for homes. Using the video platform and based on connectivity, we created Aura, our digital assistance, which to help our customers use voice and all those platforms. And we continue to innovate. Now we're talking about television experimental television, where customers can interact with television, where you can manage their services through television. They integrate all the security platforms. Now, this would not have been possible without linking up those three steps: internal innovation, the business power of a company like Telefónica, and entrepreneurs, the world of startups. And of course, that we want to speed up making sure that it goes even faster. And of course, we'll make mistakes, we'll have failures, and it'll be complicated to go forward. But to tell these success stories, we have to look back in history, and that's why we decided to create within Wayra. We have more than 500 startups in which we've invested. We're managing this huge portfolio. We're taking technologies from our startups to our customers and to the core services that we're providing and offering. We have different initiatives here. One of them will be Wayra X or Wayra Builder. My colleagues will tell you about that. And then another one is Telefónica Tech Ventures. We selected those companies that are the best match with the commercial operations of the company and take them one step further. That's why we created our first Telefónica Tech Venture powered by 11 Paths, where we selected all these companies where we've been working for them for years, helping them grow, ensuring they can reach out to the customer. Their products are enjoyed by Telefónica customers and help them take them one step further so they transform the way they grow and they operate within the digital world. And we'll keep doing that. I don't know if all of them will be successful or if some of them will flop, but to understand the present, we definitely need to look at the past.